some information that may help some people out there in this world where they deem thoughts to be offensive or new ideas because they chose Darwinism and they don't believe that people can evolve past what Darwin said, which is a complete and utter fabrication and a lie. Several people have proven it, which you have to wonder where all the greats have gone. This is spawning from the educational system that's pumping out garbage and lies. And you'll find all these people on here talking about do something, do something. These people are incompetent. To do something, you have to have a revolution. That doesn't stand for anything that's labeled. If you truly have a revolution, it's against something that's being labeled. You cannot have a revolution and label it and say that it's for this reason. When you have a revolution, it has to be across the board. And that's what needs to happen, educational revolution, to where free thought comes back into play rather than the common core stuff that they're trying to push still to this day, even though they're saying not to. You'll find that it's seeped into all educational facilities everywhere, regardless of what they want to label it as. And that's what this is about. The educational system and what people with PhDs are trying to pump into other people that people are taking as the gospel, such as saying, I have a PhD, I know about neurological patterns, and therefore you have to accept it because I say so, which is a complete and utter fabrication and a lie. No brain is hardwired, regardless of how old you are. You can constantly always learn something. The old adage of you learn something new every day. If it were the truth to say that you learn a certain way, then it would be impossible to learn anything. Because if you were to hear it, then you were an auditory learner, then you would learn from it. But then if you were someone who's visual and they didn't put the words up, that means you didn't learn it. Complete and utter lies. We all learn every way. There's no way you don't learn. It's whether you want to learn or not. This also relates to the PhD saying, you're done, this is how you learn. That is not true at all. You learn by doing, because you can read all these books, in which case this also says that once you've read one book, you have actually read them all. The books do not change. The words don't. They just arrange them in different orders, and you have what the book is if you arrange it a different way, because you can't change the sequence of wordings to mean something else when they all mean the same thing. That means that is, and they'll say, well, it changes to an action verb. Well, how does it do that? But once you've read one book, you've read them all. This is also relating to, as I keep saying relating, this all relates about them pushing stuff onto people, about the math. The math is simple. You've known this for a very long time. Everybody knows this. Add, subtract, multiply, divide will solve any equation known to man. It does not matter. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. That's it. There is nothing else to it. I don't care what they put down for letters. It's all the same. It does not change. Words are words in a book. You've read them all. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. They're trying to pump this garbage into people and lie to people. When you go to school, you actually get stupid. You become dumber. And it's not to say going to school makes you dumb. It does make you dumb, because you can learn all this stuff not going to school. But because people believe in money, and oh, hey, you have to have money to do it. No, you don't. That money is a lie. Money is a complete and utter lie. It does not matter. It does not solve anything. You can't eat it. You can't do anything with it. It's all fake. So the educational system is causing people to get stupid. And free thought is considered an act of terrorism. And if you have any type of intellect, you don't buy into it. For the few people that understand this, has nothing to do with a label. Labels are irrelevant. Labels are what people do to seek to label something and give it a name or whatever it is. It's all falsified information, because they want you to be restricted in your whole thought process and never think outside the box. Well, I look at it this way. if you have any type of imagination, those people who done like Tesla, Da Vinci, all those guys, any of those people who did anything that, was something so tremendous, the great sculptors, Vermeer, people like that did some of the greatest works ever. Not once did they ever sit there and go, hey, I have to do what somebody taught me. They were just automatically able to do it because they had the mind to do so. Everybody does. Do not let anybody ever tell you you can't do something. Don't say what you can't do. Know what you can do. And you can do anything. Short of being, you're not a mutant. That's not, no, there's no such thing. Oh, I can fly. No, it doesn't work that way unless you invent something to help you fly. But it can be done. But you'll find out there that people will tell you what you can't do. And it's all lies, all of it. Don't believe it. And all the stuff that you're going to find on channels and stuff like that, they're going to try to pump in their agenda. It's all based on agenda. They're trying to make money. Anytime they sell something, it's to make money. And that right there, anytime there is an economic system that's based on money and value, it will fail and people will die. That's what wars are based on, the political agenda. They're all public servants, all of them. And they're trying to push it to where people are getting stupid. Fluoridated water, calcifies, the pineal gland is key, and all this stuff, they stagnate the thought process of children and disavow any type of idea that is beyond their understanding. Do not let them control your thoughts. MK Ultra was real, Project High Jump, all those things are real. Use your mind. You have one. Don't ever let somebody tell you're hardwired to think a certain way. The auditory, the touching, the tackies, all that stuff like that is a lie. All of it is a lie. Everybody learns by doing. You can sit there and read a book and go, I'm going to sit here and I can only learn by reading. Well, guess what? If you sit there and go with the premise of better to ask for forgiveness than permission, you can kill people with that mode of thinking. People have died thinking, no, it does not work. People have died. Anyway, that's it for that one.